welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. On this channel we talk about all things beauty from inside on out, and that's hair, makeup, skincare, meal prep, weight loss. So if you like those kind of videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and join the curly crew. In this video I'm going to talk to you about hair, curly textured hair, things that you want to know to help your hair get stronger and prevent breakage. So if you like this kind of video, go ahead and slide into this video. Curly hair tip number 1: cleanse your hair. You want to keep your scalp and your hair clean. Good hygiene is very important, and that does not exclude your hair. You want to make sure you shampoo your hair according to your hair porosity. I will put a picture in here letting you know what that is. If you do not know your hair porosity, it is very important for you to know that. That way you can condition and shampoo as necessary. Tip number 2, deep condition. You want to do that often as well. I personally deep condition once a week, and I condition in between. I deep condition meaning I shampoo, condition, and I go in with a deep conditioner. I want to let sit at least 15 minutes. It depends on the type of deep conditioner you use. You can check the bottle, jar, whatever you're using, and it will tell you exactly for that particular jar. It will tell you product. It will tell you exactly how long to keep it in. I typically keep it in for between 30 minutes and an hour. Sometimes I let it go overnight. Not often. No, you don't want to do that often. Cover it with a plastic cap or a Kroger grocery bag. And if you have a deep condition cap, you want to use that. That's the one that you microwave, heat it up, and then you place it on your head. It's like a bonnet, but it's just to deep condition. It's warm, stays warm for a pretty good amount of time. I got mine from Amazon. If I can find it, I will link that in the description box. But that is how I deep condition. I deep condition once a week, and like I said, I condition regularly throughout the week. Regular conditioner, what I do is I shampoo, and then a couple days later, when it starts to feel dry, I go in. When I get in the shower, I wet my hair. Don't shampoo it. I wet my hair, use conditioner only, and run it through my hair. It'll apply conditioner frequently. It'll mix in with the product that's already in there, and that's okay. I do that just to for one, you want to keep water on your hair. Hydrate your hair with water. That is the best thing you could do for your hair, is water. But after that, it's conditioner. And like I said, I do that every maybe 2-3 days in between washes. That's what I do. Make sure I get water on it, and like I said, it gets wet in the shower. That is another tip. Almost like a styling product is how I use it. Next tip is leave-in conditioner. Before you get out of if you shampoo your hair in the shower, put in a leave-in conditioner after you condition your hair. And that's for any time. You want to use a good leave-in conditioner. If you use a good leave-in conditioner, it will help you detangle. So, next tip is leave-in conditioner. Before you get out of if you shampoo your hair in the shower, put in a leave-in conditioner after you condition your hair. And that's for any time. You want to use a good leave-in conditioner. If you use a good leave-in conditioner, it will help you detangle. If you don't already have a wide tooth comb or a detangling brush, use one of those. I have a detangling brush or a wide tooth comb, or wet comb, I think some people call it. Then you want to get one and use that. That will help you detangle. That'll not only help you detangle, that'll cut down on your detangling time, because if you have thick hair, especially like mine, and it's curly textured, then it will take you a while to detangle without a brush or a comb. You condition and the leave-in is in, when you're getting out of the shower, if you can, put the shower cap back on. Put a shower cap back on, or whatever you use to close that conditioner in to get it to really penetrate the hair. Leave that on as long as possible so that it penetrates in your cuticle. The most important time to do that is right after the shower when your cuticle is open. That'll help prevent damage as well when you go to style it. If you don't use a shower cap and you're planning on air drying, I would use either a t-shirt or a microfiber towel. I would not use a regular towel. That causes friction and frizz. See a theme here? Friction and frizz. If it causes friction and frizz, rule of thumb, if it causes friction and frizz, don't do it. You're having problems with frizzy hair, frizzy areas in your hair, think about how your hair routine is going. If you are doing any of these things, then change that up and see if that helps. It's just a t-shirt or microfiber towel to absorb any extra water. Then you go in and style it. Add more leave-in if needed. I usually add more leave-in just to help me maneuver through my hair. And before I style it, if I'm doing like a wash and go, then you want to make sure you have enough product in there to keep it moist, because if it's not, then if it gets too dry, your hair gets too dry. My hair does not dry very fast, so I typically don't have that problem. But with wash and goes, you want your hair really saturated with water or leave-in. That way it will keep the frizz from setting in. So you do want to make sure you're not drying with a regular dry towel, like a regular towel. It will snag, it will cause friction, and it will cause frizz. If you must blow dry your hair, use a heat protectant. You can use any of those spray heat protectants, whichever one that doesn't have like bad ingredients in it, alcohol or anything like that. You do want to, I believe they have water-based as well as oil-based. You can use either one depending on what you're using it for, but you definitely want to use a heat protectant, because that heat, believe it or not, is not good for it. It will, even on the lowest temperature, you can still burn your hair if it stays on the strands too long. Say I'm holding a hair dryer and I'm just sitting here blow drying my hair like this, trying to stretch it. Think about that. How long is that heat on your hair? And what temperature does it need to be to burn? And that same thing goes with water. You want to be careful with how much heat you're putting in your hair, whether it is water, hot water, or whether it is heat from the blow dryer. If you have a hooded dryer, you can use that as well. I would use the lowest temperature, but if your hair is like mine, it takes forever to dry. So I use that to start, and then to get a head start on air drying. If you have a hooded dryer and you use that, that's okay too, but you just want to watch the settings on that as well. If you have thick hair like mine, it takes forever to dry. So I usually use that to jump start it, unless it's like not really saturated. It all depends on your hair porosity, whether it dries quickly or not. Like I said, thick hair like mine, you have to use sections. If you don't use sections, it will be a total mess. Your hair will be so broken and damaged. Trust me, I've done that before. So you want to make sure you work in sections with detangling. You want to make sure you work in sections with blow drying. If you're straightening, you want to work in sections. Because if you don't, you will cause what? Let's say it together. Friction and frizz. We don't want that. Next tip. You don't want to use products that contain sulfates. There are a lot of different products or different ingredients that you do want to stay away from if you're natural in particular. If you've just done a big chop and you may not know exactly what products to avoid, I will list some ingredients in my description box letting you know which ones that I found harmful to your hair. I've done research on that, so Trust me when I say there's a lot of products out there. You have to pay attention. That's just like when you're eating and you're eating, looking at the nutrition facts. You want to pay attention to the ingredients. If the first ingredient isn't water, I tend not to use it. Or at least I won't use it directly on my hair. I will use it just as like the ends or something after I've layered it. So it all depends. Just pay attention to the ingredients. Is a big one. And I am guilty of not doing this all the time as well. You have to protect your hair when you go to sleep. I know bonnets are not always cute. Satin pillowcases are great. I found 2 black satin pillowcases at the Dollar Tree, 2 for $1. Use a satin pillowcase. I would recommend that you use both, a satin pillowcase or a bonnet or a silk scarf to cover your hair. Not cotton, anything but cotton. Cotton will cause what? Friction and frizz. So we don't want to use cotton for that. Most people have cotton sheets. Some people have satin sheets. Good for you. But I don't. I have cotton sheets and silk pillow cases for myself and for my husband. And I'm trying. But it's a very, very important to do that while you sleep, especially those people who like to sleep with fans on like me, that if you leave your hair uncovered and you have a fan going, that will just dehydrate your hair. I don't want to cause friction because friction will cause frizz. Okay. This is also a big one. I just did it. Don't touch your hair. Don't touch it. Once you style it, don't touch it. I know it's a habit. I do it all the time. You don't on the couch playing with my hair. Don't do it. The more you touch it, the more what? Friction, and then the more frizz you get. Friction and frizz. Those are the 2 words of this video. More touching, more manipulation. Hence the reason why I have these in my hair. This is keeping me from messing with my hair too much. This is a protective style that I did a couple days ago, and I may or may not have the video up already, but I did do a video on this, and this is why I did it, because for one, it helps keep moisture in my hair in the summer. For 2, it keeps me out of it. I can easily just at night put a bonnet on it, put a scarf on it, wake up, and it's pretty similar. It's pretty presentable. I don't have to do much to it, but put some oil on it and go. So if you don't do protective styles, just make sure you style your hair in a way where you don't touch on it all the time. Then take braids out, put braids in, take braids out, all in the same day. I see some people, they'll whip their hair up in a ponytail. 2 seconds later, it'll be down. 3, and then another 2 seconds later, it'll be flipped to the side. It'll be pulled in the ponytail to the side, and all that stuff is not necessary. You don't need to do that, and you shouldn't do that because it causes friction and frizz.
What kind of word is that?
That is my tips for today. I have some videos on this too. There's masks that you can make with oils that are good for you. Things that you can put in your ingredients, you can put in your hair that you have in your kitchen or is easily accessible in the grocery store. It's very, very, very important to know and to care about what you put in your hair. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope some of these tips help you. And feel free to share with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified of all of my uploads. I thank you so much for watching. I love y'all. Peace.